Hello students, let's get back to our chapter 4 of Social Studies, National Movements in India. So far, we have studied about the 1857 revolt as well as boycotting the foreign goods and starting the indigenous movement. We also studied about Muslim League and then how the revolutionary movement has been spreading in different parts of the country. And that's not enough. How the movement in foreign countries have been and how they are starting in the different countries, and from there they are fighting for the nationalism. We studied the other day about the Rowlatt Act, and in that we saw that this Rowlatt Act, that was under the chairmanship of the ministers which British government had imposed upon the Indians, was one type of act which was known to be the Black Act, because according to Gandhiji, it was meant to suppress individuals' freedom and freedom of speech. And at that time we saw that Dr. Satyapal and Dr. Kichlu were arrested in Punjab. Now the people are very angry. They are protesting the arrest of these two personalities. And so, let's see then what happens. In Jallianwala Bagh massacre, 13th March 1919, when popular leaders like Dr. Satyapal and Dr. Kichlu were arrested in Amritsar, Punjab, a public gathering was organized in the Jallianwala Bagh in Amritsar on the day of Baisakhi to oppose the arrest. So students, where have they gathered? They have gathered in Amritsar, Punjab. And for what? They have gathered to oppose the arrest of Dr. Kichlu and Dr. Satyapal. And students, on which day have they gathered? On the day of Baisakhi. And they are in Amritsar, Punjab, Jallianwala Bagh. General Adoni Dyer reached there with his troops and without any warning opened fire on innocent people. So this is General Adoni Dyer who reaches over there and starts firing the people without any warning, without informing them anything. Just start shooting them, the innocent people. There were high walls on 4 sides of the Bagh. In the middle was an unused well, and the only way out being narrow, a number of people lost their lives in the firing. According to the government report, 379 people died and 1,200 injured. Now, students, what happened? The people were trying to escape. The way over there was very narrow, and in the middle of the Bagh over there was a well which was not used by the people. So many people lost their lives. Some lost their lives in the firing. Others jumped in that well. And so students, how many people died? 379 people died, whereas 1,200 people were injured in this massacre. Committee appointed by Congress, 1,000 people had died in the firing. See students, 1,000 people had died in the firing. Hunter Commission, investigating the case on behalf of the British government, defended General Dyer. So you see the Hunting Committee, which was investigating and supposed to be giving the justice, they defended General Dyer. And what was said that the commission forgave Dyer, considering it as an innocent mistake that happened unknowingly. So the commission said it was a mistake, it was not done intentionally, it has happened unknowingly. On the other hand, when Dyer returned to England, he was honored with a sword and 2,000 pounds. So you see, in England, what is the 2,000 pounds? Is the currency of the England, British currency. So they are honoring him with a sword as well as 2,000 pounds. Can you really say that it was by mistake done? Surely not, student. If it was by mistake, they wouldn't have felicitated him. They wouldn't have honored him with the gun. Indians got a terrible shock because of this. After this inhuman act, Gandhiji's fate towards the British was completely lost. Gandhiji lost the faith in Britishers. This event played an important role in uniting the whole nation. This tragedy became the ground for the future non-cooperation movement. So students, from here, the future non-cooperation movement starts. Now you see students, once again, the country is getting united. Why? People are angry. General Dyer has killed so many people and they say it was a mistake. Hunter Commission says that it was a mistake and so people are angry. Now let's see what is that Khilafat movement. What happens in the Khilafat movement? Students, the Jallianwala Bagh massacre is a 2 marks question. Right there, IMP. Now, Khilafat movement. During the First World War, Turkey joined the German side. So when England won, the treaty that was made had many firm and unjust terms and conditions for the losing side. The Sultan of Turkey at that time was a Khalifa, head of Muslims. So who was the Sultan? Khalifa. He was the head of the Muslims. The movement in India to oppose the strict terms imposed on Turkey and the Sultan came to be known as Khilafat movement. So what is this Khilafat movement? For 2 marks, you can be asked this question. What is this Khilafat movement? So let's finish this paragraph and I will tell you which points will come into this. Ali brothers, Maulana Shaukat Ali and Maulana Muhammad Ali were the chief leaders of the movement. Gandhiji requested the Congress to support the movement, keeping Hindu-Muslim unity in mind. The movement became severe with the Congress support. So students, Congress is supporting this movement. Movement is becoming strong. What is happening over here? During the First World War, Turkey had joined German side. So when England won, the treaty that was made had many firm unjust terms and conditions for the losing side. So what happened? The country which lost had to follow the very unjust terms and conditions. We have seen earlier also in chapter 1, 2 and 3. The Sultan of Turkey at that time was Khalifa, who was the head of the Muslim. So this movement in India to oppose the strict terms imposed on Turkey and Sultan came to be known as Khilafat movement. So this movement who opposed these strict terms imposed on Turkey by the England is known as Khilafat movement. And which are the Ali brothers? Maulana Shaukat Ali as well as Maulana Muhammad Ali. They were the chief leaders of this movement. Gandhiji requested the Congress to support the movement, keeping Hindu-Muslim unity in mind. We are seeing that how they have been bringing the Hindus and Muslims together. Hindus and Muslims are one. Students, there is no separation. They are fighting for the nation. The movement became severe with the Congress support. So that is a Khilafat movement. Now let's study about the non-cooperation movement. What is this non-cooperation movement? What is happening in this non-cooperation movement? The Nagpur conference gave the approval to non-cooperation movement December 1920. Now the Congress made a strong demand for independence of India, Swarajya. Instead of self-government, Swashasan, under the rule of the British Empire. So what is this non-cooperation movement? When did it start? 1920 to 1922. The Nagpur conference gave approval to non-cooperation movement. They said, go ahead. When was it? In December 1920. Now the Congress made a strong demand for the independence of India. They wanted to get Swaraj by all means. And instead of self-government, that is Swashasan, under the rule of British Empire. So they wanted to have the government by the Indians rather than having it by the Britishers. And so therefore, it is said as Swashasan. The rules, the government by the Indians and not by the Britishers. Then, constructive aspect, what is it? In the positive aspect of the movement was Hindu-Muslim unity to be strengthened, insistence of using Swadeshi articles, revival of spinning wheels in every house, collection of 1 crore rupees for a Tilak Swarajya fund, abolition of untouchability, national education, prohibition, etc. So see students, now this constructive aspect is something that is positive aspect. And the movement started, Hindu-Muslims have come together. This movement is getting strengthened. People are becoming, Hindus and Muslims are coming closer, and the bond is becoming stronger. And what are they insisting? Insisting on Swadeshi articles, the things made in our country. Also the revival of the spinning wheel. Let's start using the charkha, the spinning wheel. Start using the spinning wheels. Let every house have the spinning wheels. Then the collection of 1 crore rupees for what? For the Tilak Swarajya Fund. You remember that Lokmanya Tilak saying, Swaraj is my birth and I will achieve it. And so therefore, it is my birthright. And so therefore, to appreciate and to give encouragement to the Tilak Swarajya Fund. Then the abolition of the untouchability. Let's say no to untouchability. Also, national education and the prohibition on many other things. So that was a moment of constructive aspect. Let's see negative aspect. What happens in the negative aspect? Constructive aspect was a positive things. Now, the negative aspect consisted of giving up of government jobs, government school, colleges, boycott legislatures, resign from government courts, local self-government, boycott foreign clothes and other articles, government functions, titles, etc. So negative aspect is that whatever people, the Indians, all those who had the government jobs, the students who were studying in government schools or the colleges, government that time was run by Britishers, remember that, boycotting of the legislature and resigning from the government courts, local self-government, boycotting foreign clothes, things, articles, everything is said, no. Even so that even the titles which were got, which had received from this British government also were returned. So that was the aspect. We don't want anything that is of foreigners, that is of the British government. Now, programs for non-cooperation movement. Which programs must have been made for the non-cooperation movement? Now, in the beginning of the movement, Mahatma Gandhi and Rabindranath Tagore surrendered their titles Kaisar-e-Hind and Knighthood honor respectively. See students, we read it over here about the titles. So giving these titles, Mahatma Gandhi gives which title and Rabindranath Tagore, both of them, Kaisar-e-Hind as well as Knighthood honor. They surrender, they give it away. Other leaders of the nation also gave up their titles and positions. They also started following giving up the titles. I told you, to such extent they go that they don't even want the title conferred to them by the British government. Then students left English schools and colleges. At various places, foreign clothes were set on fire. So they are now burning the foreign clothes, foreign things. When Duke of Connaught came to India, he was boycotted. That was in 1921 November. The ceremony of honoring Prince of Wales was boycotted. So when Prince of Wales came also, his honoring ceremony also was boycotted. That was also protested. Such incidents created considerable national excitement. So the people of India are getting excited. Excited for what? Nationalism. On the other hand, national schools and colleges were established like Kashi, Bihar, Jamia Milaya, Gujarat, etc. Vidyapits. So students, you see that we have boycotted the foreign schools, foreign education and starting the national schools started by Indians. Due to the vigorous propaganda for Swadeshi goods, the import of cloth, footwear, luxurious items for England reduced drastically. This reaction rattled the British Parliament. The government was shocked by this kind of huge economic loss to England. See, the England government is now in shock. How can they have such a loss? Till now, they were enjoying the prosperity behalf of India. On India, they could enjoy, they could take the Indian things and sell on the high rates to abroad. But now, the Indians are abolishing all the foreign goods and all. They are not taking it. Foreign goods have been burnt over here. They have started the Swadeshi movement. It is a loss for England. More than 1 crore rupees was collected in the Tilak Fund. On many occasions, the Hindu-Muslim emerged predominantly. The Mopla revolt, underline that Mopla revolt. Malabar, between Hindu landlords and Muslim peasants, deserves criticism, and it was suppressed by the British Army. See the Mopla revolt, underline that. And so students, they had decided to collect 1 crore rupee for the Tilak Fund, which they already get it. On many occasions, the Hindu Muslims have come predominantly. They have taken the place, they are very strong now. The government adopted the policy of suppression, uncontrolled lathi charge, firing, collective arrest, and inhuman torture was meted out. Unsuccessful attempts to break Hindu-Muslim unity were made. So, even though they made many attempts to break the Hindu-Muslim unity, it was in vain. It was futile. They couldn't break it because Hindus and Muslims were now very strong. Lathi charge, firing, collective arrest, everything has been done for the Indians. But Indians are not afraid. They go ahead with their fervor for nationalism. Now let's study about the Chauri Chora incident and the withdrawal of the movement. Now which movement? What is that withdrawal of the movement? People took out a rally in the Chauri Chora village in Gorakhpur, Uttar Pradesh. Make a bracket. Chauri Chora village in Gorakhpur. So the Chauri Chora movement is in Uttar Pradesh, Gorakhpur. The police opened fire on the people. The police opened fire on the people. Once again, police are becoming very violent. And they have started firing on the people. But when they ran short of bullets, people attacked the police station and set on fire, in which 21 policemen died. On receiving this horrible news, Gandhiji said, "I have committed a Himalayan blunder by giving the tool of satyagraha in the hands of people who do not understand the value of non-violence." He suspended the movement immediately. Students, we know that Gandhiji used only one weapon, and the weapon of non-violence. In the Jallianwala massacre, when General Dyer Adoni, when he shot the bullets, people died. People were afraid. They did not have anything. They were not prepared. Over here, now people know that police can get violence, and even they were also ready. When the police ran short of the bullets, they also attacked the police, and 21 policemen died in that. The police stations were set on the fire. Gandhiji did not like that Indians are using the weapon of violence. Gandhiji always wanted the weapon of non-violence, and therefore Gandhiji was very famous. And so therefore he suspended the movement immediately. Which movement, student? Which incident? Chauri Chora incident. And that was a movement. What does he say? "I have committed a Himalayan blunder, a big blunder, by giving the tool of satyagraha in the hands of the people." Then the importance of non-cooperation and its effects. What are the effects of the non-cooperation movement? This movement did not achieve its desired aims, but through its negative and constructive aspects, managed to generate in people awareness of their rights. Students, remember the negative and constructive aspects. Which were those aspects? Boycotting the foreign goods, also giving up their titles, giving up the government jobs, colleges and all. And in the constructive aspect, what was happening, students? Hindu Muslims are becoming strong. The spinning wheel, that is of the charkha, that every house should have it. Swadeshi articles. And so now that has made people aware of their rights. What is that? Positive and or the negative and the constructive aspect. A negative atmosphere against the government was created. There was a strong feeling of opposition against injustice. There was a political awareness among all the classes of India. People have become politically aware how Britishers have been manipulating them, have been exploiting the Indians. People of India have become aware. The faith in independence became stronger. The fear of lathi, punishment and imprisonment was removed. People were not at all afraid whether the lathi charge or punishment or imprisonment. People were ready to sacrifice their life for the country, for the nation. And so the faith in the independence, by all means they want to achieve now independence. The youth and women too came forward to serve their nation, and Congress became an organization of the people. So Congress is also have become now the organization of the people. Congress is supporting them. Schools giving national education began. Hindi started getting more importance than English. The movement that was limited to cities and towns and intellectuals spread to the people and villages. So now what is happening, students? People have realized, people have become aware, and now the Hindi, the national language is Hindi, student has been given more importance than English. The movement was limited to the cities and towns and intellectuals, which has spread to the peoples and the villages. Everywhere people have become aware. And then now let's see about the Swarajya Party. How the people, the Indians, been able to establish Swarajya Party or no? And what was the Swarajya Party? Let's see. With the purpose of retaining the national awareness among people, Chittaranjan Das Munshi and Motilal Nehru formed the Swaraj Party after the withdrawal of non-cooperation movement. So after the withdrawal of the non-cooperation movement, which party? The Swarajya Party. And who are the leaders? Chittaranjan Das Munshi and Motilal Nehru. They have formed this Swaraj Party. Make a bracket, students, underline these names. Their purpose was to enter the legislative assemblies and oppose the unfair policies of the government. The government had imposed the injustice or unfair policies of the people of India. The leaders of the Swarajya Party also adopted the constructive activities of Gandhiji, like abolition of untouchability, Hindu-Muslim unity, revival of spinning wheel, liquor prohibition. So students, we already saw it, the positive aspect, or we saw it as the constructive activities. And in that what? Abolition of the untouchability. All are equal. Hindu-Muslim unity has been strengthened. Revival of the spinning wheel and the liquor prohibition or abolition. So these things have been abolished, and Swarajya Party has adopted, have accepted the constructive activities. Swarajya Party contested the election of the legislature held in November 1923, and the candidates of the Swarajya Party were elected in the central legislature as well as the provincial legislature and got clear majority. It did not get the majority in Bengal, but emerged as a strong party. It did not get majority in Bengal, but student, it emerged as a strong party. You should remember, make a bracket to this. Swarajya Party contested of the election of the legislature held in November 1923. Underline that. And the candidates of the Swarajya Party were elected in the central legislature as well as the provincial legislature, which got clear majority. But in Bengal, they did not have majority, but they emerged as a strong party. Motilal Nehru was elected into the central legislature as a party leader, and Chittaranjan Das was elected in the Bengal province. So see students, Chittaranjan Das Munshi and Motilal Nehru, they had already started the Swarajya Party, they had formed this. And where is Chittaranjan Das elected? He is elected as a leader in Bengal province, whereas Motilal Nehru is elected in the central legislature. So see students, though they do not have the majority, but they are emerging in Bengal as a strong party. Then Swarajya Party disapproved the government budgets and proposals and resented the unjust policies of the government. It compelled the government to consider the problems of the people. Due to the working of the Swarajya Party only, government had to appoint the Simon Commission 2 years later. Underline about the Simon Commissions. We will study about Simon Commission in the next chapter, what happens to the Simon Commission. The Swarajya Party functioned in a disciplined manner and established high parliamentary practices. So Swarajya Party functions in a disciplined manner, not just anyhow chalta hai, but it is in a disciplined manner They have the rules and the regulation. They have established high parliamentary practices. It proved to the British government that Indians can rule constitutionally and democratically. The British government has been taken up their surprise there. They realized that the Indians can rule democratically as well as constitutionally. They can also frame the rules, and as per the rules and regulations they can rule. Even though they are a democratic country, there are so many, a large democracy, they can rule it very well. The educated class of India was thus attracted to the Swarajya Party. Those who were well educated, they were attracted by this Swarajya Party. And who had formed this Swarajya Party, students? Motilal Nehru and Chittaranjan Das, do not forget. National awareness re-emerged in the people. The party played a crucial role in bringing the achievement of independence very near. All this indicates the importance of the party. All this indicates the importance of the party. With the death of Chittaranjan Das in June 1925, the Swaraj Party became weak. So when did Chittaranjan Das die? He died in June 1925. And with his death, as he died, people realized that we may not have a proper leader. And so therefore, the Swarajya Party became little weak. Some members began supporting the government, while others established a new party named the National Party. So the Swaraj Party became weak. Some joined the other forces, whereas the others started a new party and named as the National Party. Thus, the prestige of the Swaraj Party reduced. The importance, the name, fame of the Swaraj Party went on becoming little lesser and lesser. In the 1926 election, all its members lost terribly, except in Madras province. Bipin Chandra Pal and Surendranath Banerjee even criticized the party strongly. Maybe why they criticized? Because they had no proper leader. Swarajya Party, which was once upon a time was very strong, had become weak, and so Bipin Chandra Pal and Surendranath Banerjee, they criticized the party strongly. We will study about the other movements or what is happening next, about Simon Commission, Nehru Committee and all, in the next chapter. We have finished the chapter 4 over here. Students, all the question answers given in the exercise are compulsory for you, whether they are short notes or they are the 3 marks question answers. Whatever it is, you are supposed to be write it in your fair book. I stop the class over here. We have finished chapter 4. Please study, please read the lesson, learn the question and answers by heart.